At Trinity Health System, we have a profound respect and awe for all creation. We are motivated by the words of Christ to be his hands and heart to those in need. Our doctors, nurses, and staff are driven by selfless performance, combining our expertise with the technology to bridge the gap to healthier communities. Healthcare isn't just about healing, it's about human dignity. Trinity Health System, inspired by faith, serving you with distinction.
Welcome to Buckle Banner!
I thought this was Ohio Valley.
Valley today? No? Fun with Mike and Matt?
Yeah, that's
Arr!
like it.
Yesterday was Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr!
Yeah, that was my anniversary. Talk Like a Pirate
By the
Day.
way, congratulations, 1 year.
Yeah.
How'd your wife do it?
Many more to go.
Oh,
Let's hope. So
how was
maybe.
the frozen top of the cake?
Not bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, had a little bit of freezer burn that we had to scrape off, but it was good.
Okay.
Tasted like normal cake. I ate it.
Of course you eat anything. Pretty much.
That's
Most men
not
do.
green.
What'd you take her?
For the anniversary?
Yeah.
Dave & Buster's.
There you go. Oh, that's right. You told me that.
We played skee ball. Yeah.
It's a great story. And you made 40,000 tickets and had hors d'oeuvres and
because you can redeem your tickets now instead of a ring pop or a Chinese finger trap. You can get a dessert or appetizer. So we did that.
What was the dessert?
Chocolate cake. Before having the frozen cake later on.
What was the appetizer?
Mozzarella sticks and potato skins.
Simple. Gotcha.
So it was good.
So welcome to week 10. Well,
it feels like it.
It feels like actually. So hey, how you doing, folks? Mike Matheson, Matthew Peasley. I'm in my Bucko colors, so I'm ready for the season. Never mind.
We're still in the wild card hunt.
Yoo-hoo! 5 back with 13 to go.
Can happen.
Yeah, stop.
And by the way, because Sean Rodriguez, co-player of the week, said this. Him, Matt Joyce, and Jaso were on the 2011 Rays when they were like 5 games out at this time. So if those three did it back then,
keep home alive.
They're older and wiser, and Sean Rod's the best hitter on the team now.
Serpico, have you seen that movie?
No, I know what it is.
Good movie.
Yeah,
It is a really good movie. Al Pacino.
That probably wouldn't make me laugh, so I probably wouldn't.
You're right. It probably wouldn't, considering it's a true story of a New York cop calling out corruption.
Too intense. Plus, when it meet with week 5
Yeah.
of the high school football season, that just means that we're even deeper into the Christmas season.
Oh.
93 days away.
You seen Elf yet?
Not yet,
Okay.
but we're getting there. 93 days till Christmas.
Have you seen, what's your favorite?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Have you seen that yet?
Should have.
But did not.
Probably tomorrow. I could either go to Toronto Shady Side or stay at home and watch Jingle All the Way.
I think you should go to Toronto Shady Side.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be good.
You got 2 4-0 teams.
Yeah.
Toronto's homecoming. McElwain's going, praise the Lord! They just talking about football. 2 4-0 teams. Toronto number 6 in the state in Division 7 in the AP poll. Shady Side number 8 in the state. And you watched a nice slobber knocker last week, Toronto Steubenville Central.
Yeah, great game. Could have gone either way there at the end. Toronto did just enough to win the game. I liked what I see out of Nate Carafa. And I said this after the Wellsville win in week 1. He's a good quarterback.
But you were also there, too.
Yeah.
Are you the Toronto beat writer?
I haven't seen many times. Every game I go to for Toronto, they end up winning, except for that Western Reserve playoff game a few years ago. That was a great game. But every time I go to Toronto, I believe the Red Knights win. So I'll be there Friday.
So you're the opposite of Dr. Death is what you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Death is Brent Sebusky and Freddie House.
Right.
Okay, so I got you.
So, but this is a game that they've wanted for a long time. And I like what Coach Meek told me after the game. I mean, Shady Side is the class of small school Division 7 OVAC teams until Toronto's able to beat them.
Yes.
And they're shaping up to this is going to be a great game.
Shady Side comes in 4-0. The teams they have beat are a combined 2-14, but they've also played up in class.
Yeah.
Last week they beat Meadowbrook 48-41. I talked to Coach Helenka, and he said he likes their balance on offense, where usually they're a run first, run most of the time team. They have done well throwing the ball. Mostly Toronto is a run first team, but they haven't really had to throw the ball a whole lot in their 4 games.
No, but they're able to
No,
when
I
they
agree
need to.
with you.
Ty West is a great receiver. Dan Zadina catches passes. Carafa has the targets to throw to when he needs to, and they are going to throw more this game.
It's going to be a chess match.
Yeah, just like and they proved that they could hold on against Central. Central played much better in the second half than they did in the first half against Toronto last week, and Toronto did enough to hold on. And Meek wants to score more, and I think they will this week.
Why doesn't he offer us some soda?
He's drinking a Mountain Dew after he told you not to drink a Mountain Dew.
Jeez. Let's see. 4-0 Steubenville Big Red coming off a solid 28-0 win at Boardman last week. Boardman Division II team. The defense kind of took care of business. Collected 4 turnovers, 3 picks, and a fumble recovery. The one thing about Big Red, Coach Sackhoch leans on his offensive line to take care of business because he has 2 quarterbacks, in Javon Davis and Johnny Agresta, who are new to varsity football quarterbacking at Big Red. True. I mean, Javon played last year, St. John Central, but that's a little bit different. Yeah. Everything. Yeah. And Agresta was behind Demetrius Kalaris last year, but they're they run the ball hard. Jake Bernard and Jamal Petaway and Jalen McGee. Mm-hmm. That's just another really good football team. Again, shock. Yeah,
Bernard led the way last week, 82 rushing yards, and Davis and Agresta looked great throwing the ball. Probably the offensive line gave them time. 2 touchdown passes to Reeves. Also found DeJuan Jones.
Yeah, found DeJuan. Long pass. They get Dover this week. Dover's 2-2. Dover's coming a little bit different team under Coach Dan Eft, who's been there 22 years. Usually you think of Dover and them slinging the ball over the place, and they'll do a little bit, but I think they're a little bit more run-oriented than they have been in the past.
Yeah. And Big Red can stop the run. Yeah. They only gave up 15 rushing yards to Borman last week, I think. So if they're going to run at Big Red's going to be ready to stop that. Yeah. Fun fact, one of the first football games I ever covered when I was up in Youngstown.
Okay.
Dover and Canfield. Canfield won at the very last second against Dover, and it was still one of the I believe Canfield had the option to either kick a field goal and tie it to send overtime, or go for 2 after a touchdown, and they were down by 1. They end up going for 2 and getting it, and beat Dover. This was 2011, I believe.
2006 regional 2006 regional championship game. Steubenville Big Red Dover at Fawcett Stadium.
Yeah.
Noon game because the night was Ohio State and Michigan 1-2 in the nation. So the state of Ohio moved all the Saturday night games to noon.
Right.
And the 2 quarterbacks that game, Steubenville Big Red and Dover, Zach Kalaris, who's now playing for the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the CFL, and the quarterback for the Dover Tornadoes was Percy Garner.
Indians.
Who's
relief pitcher.
Relief pitcher for the Cleveland Indians.
Great athlete.
How's that for talent?
Cool.
In the BS?
That's cool.
That's a bar bet for you. I don't go to the bars, but anyway. Look, we have a big game at Kettlewell Stadium. We have Indian Creek is 3-1. This is the first time under Andrew Connor's tenure they've had back-to-back-to-back shutouts. They've had back-to-back shutouts, but they threw in the third back. St. Clairsville comes in 1-3, lost a tough one last week in double overtime at home to Martins Ferry. And the last time St. Clairsville started 1-3 was 2004.
Wow. 12? How long ago was that?
12
years?
That was the only year that Indian Creek beat St. Clairsville. St. Clairsville's on an 11-game winning streak against the Redskins. Yeah. That's the one team, for whatever reason, Creek in the past just has not matched up well with.
I think this is the year they get them.
Woo.
The defense is strong enough to stop St. Clairsville.
Zach Bigelow is a really good quarterback for St. C too.
16 completed 16 out of 29 last week. 202 yards. Any quarterback that's going to throw over above 200 yards is tough to stop. But the Indian Creek defense comes into this one stronger than ever.
I agree. They've played really well. The Creek's only issue is getting the passing game going.
Sure.
Because the majority, I think the 82% of their plays have come via the ground. 82% of the yards have come via the ground.
And 13 different players ran the ball last week. And I think they were 2 of 5 passing. So, they'll get that established, move the ball downfield, score first, get ahead early, and then hold on. Yeah.
You got Martins Ferry going to Harrison Central. Harrison Central lost 2 in a row. Lost at Bel Air, lost at Union Local. They coming back against Ferry, where Kropka grew up, played, and was assistant coach. And Ferry's coming off a huge 17-14 double overtime win at St. Clairsville. I'm not saying this is a trap game for Martins Ferry because it's far from it. With Coach Bruni, he's been around for, as long as Coach Sack. And Harris is reading a little bit, and Coach Kropp was afraid early on about giving up big plays with the young secondary. They kind of have a little bit. But Tyler West is averaging 210 a game, or something like that, running the ball.
210 last week in the loss. They had over almost 300 yards rushing last week alone. Wyatt Elias throws the ball pretty well too. It's just a matter of sustaining drives and scoring points when they can.
Gotcha. Edison goes to Union Local, had a tough loss last week at home against Beaver Local. They're homecoming. Now they go to UL, who's 4-0. They're behind McWhorter and Smollenack are their two studs for Union Local under head coach Bruce Stiles. I think it's his 4th year, and I think they're 11th in the state in Division 5, and UL's just good.
Yeah,
just good.
Yeah, 4-0. One of the better teams in the OVAC, top to bottom. Edison, they got their work cut out for them, but if they run the ball as effectively as they have earlier in the season, they can make this a game for sure.
I agree. The other Friday night game is Wheeling Park at Brooke. I've been teasing Mac McLean that he's called. I'm calling him Sherman T. Potter as the head of the MASH unit.
Not Peabody and Sherman.
No, not Peabody and Sherman. Colonel Sherman T. Potter. Cody Huss is out for the year with a knee. Matter of fact, he's out for the rest of the sports season. I think he's getting surgery Friday. Gage Yost is out, so they're starting their third-string quarterback. He's just got kids falling right and left. Just one of those years for the Brooke Bruins, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No one likes to see this kind of year. It's just hard on everyone, especially the seniors, but not much you can do about it with injuries.
Just got to go out there and play.
Yep.
There's still plenty of season left to make something of it. Last year, Brooke beats Park.
Yeah, Park's only loss.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. So good luck to the Brooke Bruins, and just kind of keep your heads up, and I can't do anything about that. Then there's 4 Saturday games, which is a rare occasion, and all 4 Saturday games are on the road.
Yeah.
So we got Buckeye at Bel Air. Buckeye's having a tough year, and Bel Air just is on a 2-game winning streak, and I think Buckeye's in trouble. We'll go past that. We got Weir at Petersburg. Weir's making a long drive. Coach Roberto said he picked the 4 o'clock game. Just kind of, he thought that was the best for his team. They're coming off their first loss of the season, losing a home game to Kaiser. They need to rebound quickly because they get Union Local and Fairmont Senior the next 2 weeks.
Petersburg lost to Kaiser as well. First game of the year, 67-15. Weir lost 28-14.
So I think Weir's going to get the double-barrel shotgun going with Cody Henrietti and Dominic Murphy and see if their defense can.
Yeah, they're going to run the ball. They got to throw the ball a little bit better too, make the passing game more effective. But if Henrietti, Murphy, and what Spencer can do with the ball, if he's in the open field, he's gone. So they got to be able to run the ball good and continue to work on that passing game.
The other 2 Saturday night games start at 7. Steubenville Catholic Central goes to Warren JFK. I think they're number 2 or 3 in the state.
They're good.
They're good.
Yeah, they've been building this for a while because when I was up there, they weren't making the playoffs. They were building, and now they were consistently one of the better small school teams in the state.
Yeah.
Greg Valent is JFK's quarterback. They throw the ball more than they run the ball. He spreads it out too. But the way Central's defense has been playing, they got to be ready for the pass in this one.
Central's defense has been playing good. Right. They just got a couple large plays. One got them last week with Danny Zanig with 93. They got beat a couple times by Wheeling Central. So they've played really good football. They've just been smitten a little bit by the big play.
And they need to move the ball better on offense.
Yeah,
Hartzell looked good at quarterback in the second half. He settled down and threw the ball when he had to. Brody Mahalio, good runner. Yeah, he gets hit and doesn't go down.
He's smaller than you.
Yeah. Not many guys are smaller than
He's tougher than you, too.
Definitely.
There's no two ways about that.
Yeah. Central fans going to Warren, Sunrise Inn, and Uncle Nick's Chicken. 2 good places.
There you go.
One before the game and one after the game.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, because he knows.
Product placement.
Even though he looks like he's 110 pounds, the man eats a lot.
Don't look at my belly. Or his belly.
Especially my
Or his belly.
I just thought of, now I'm drawing a blank. Rub my belly. Austin
Powers? Yeah, get in my belly.
My brain's a mess. The last game is Oak Glen at Warren Local. Warren Local new to the OVC. Oak Glen got their first win last week, beat Madonna. Now they got to go on the road, 7 o'clock start. Coach, I talked to Coach Arnaud. He said everyone's going to really, even before the game, they had a much better attitude starting the week. and it's carried over into this week, and so hopefully they can go down and pick up another dub.
Yeah, playing that Thursday game, Coach Arnaud said that they might have been more focused because they had to be prepared to play earlier than a Friday game. That was a good game up there at Jimmy Carey Stadium that I saw. Oakland Madonna could have gone either way. Oakland did enough on offense to sustain a drive on their last possession, and they bent, but they didn't break on those last few plays that Madonna was driving to score.
Yeah.
Give it to Dakota Price. The offensive line's getting stronger. I like Oakland in this one, to be honest.
There you go. All right, that takes care of Bucko Banner for week. What week are we in?
14.
Arr. It's week 14. It's week 5. Seriously, they call it the fastest 10 weeks of your life, and it's not even close. See, it's so fast. We just got in week 5, and we just.
People can still pick up one of these, and some of these. Award-winning gridiron.
God, that was funny. Cool, no idea it was coming. Oh, I'm sorry. You okay? You okay?
Goodbye, everybody.
Let's try 2 at once.
We're done. Cut.
Cut. There's no cutting. Talk about your Pirate Day. Arr! Bucko Banner.
We're done. Thank you.
No, hey. See ya. Thanks for joining us. See you next week. Okay, now you can stop.
Get out.
Laces out.
Get out.
Laces out.